wildest and crazy event of the year in Barcelona is the Parade of Dragons and Fire. It's the climax of the annual Mercè Festival, which has several hundred events happening during a 4-day period at the end of September. And this wild parade is the climax, the culmination of all those events. Small kids are encouraged to join in and play with fire during the afternoon part of the parade. Most people are prepared. This is an annual tradition and they know how to handle it. So even though it looks dangerous, it's actually quite safe and a lot of fun. Enjoyed by a mostly local crowd estimated at 70,000 people lining the sidewalks and walking right in the street along Via Laietana on a route about 600 meters long from the waterfront to the cathedral. All of the participants are volunteers who practice throughout the year. They're members of local social organizations and clubs. It's a parade of fire beasts, devils, and dragons, ultimately with roots that go back to the medieval Dance of the Devils. And yet this fire run is relatively new. It's a recent addition to Catalan folklore, really only gaining widespread popularity in the 1980s and 90s, and it's been growing every year ever since. They say that it recreates the duel between good and evil in a spectacular pyrotechnic performance involving fireworks and flames, explosions and drums, fear and fun. This spectacular parade is called the Correfoc, which means the fire run, and it does happen throughout Catalonia during the year, but the biggest event of all is here at the Mercè Festival towards the end of September. While it might seem like a health and safety nightmare with lawyers standing on the sidelines ready to jump in and file suit on injury damages, it's actually a participating parade where everybody can get in the action. And even though the sparks are flying, they are relatively harmless, especially if you've got a hat on and maybe some goggles or glasses at least and a scarf to protect yourself. People stand and watch for hours. There's the early show at 6 o'clock and then a little break, and then the evening show comes on. We'll present the whole thing for you here. With very little further narration, this is a visual spectacular. It speaks for itself. There is a lot more going on during the 4 days of the Mercè Festival, and we'll be presenting some of that to you in our other movies. Be sure to look for it in our collection. just in case anything catches on fire, we have this casual, relaxed fire department bringing up the rear. They are looking very nonchalant, not worried about a thing, but they are there to keep their eyes on it. It's symbolic of how the people of Catalunya are easygoing and confident. With twilight comes the end of part one of the parade. They take a little break, and they call that the Children's Parade. And then part two is more for the adults at night, and it gets even louder with more of a bang. We have a lot more movies about Barcelona and the Mercè Festival in our collection. Be sure to look for them. We upload a new movie every week, so please subscribe to our channel and be sure to click that little alarm bell. Then you'll be notified. And if you enjoyed the movie, how about a thumbs up? And we always welcome comments down below. It really helps us spread the word. Thank you.